Okay, guys. Good morning, traders. How was your weekend? I don't know. Hope everyone enjoyed their weekends. Now we are back to work, and we hope that this week actually deliver just as last week is still delivering. You know that trade I dropped at that trade I dropped with you guys in in my Telegram community is still printing, and we are still holding, and we hope that it will actually end well. So, guys, for today's live session we'll be analyzing the charts together just as we always do it. I'm going to show you how I approach the charts on a daily basis, and definitely you learn something from it. Do you understand, guys? So but before we continue, I would like to know, if you are watching me, I would like to know your name and also the place you are watching from. So just also do me one favor by liking this live session, and then tell me your name and also the place you are watching me from, so that I can actually be calling you from by your name, because it's actually important so that we know ourselves. You understand, guys? So let me just give you 2 seconds to do that while we continue. Okay, no problem. Anytime you join us, please do me just one favor, or just comment your name and the place you are watching us from. Okay, let's go straight to why we are here, which is to analyze the charts together. You all know that for me, I trade the synthetic indices mainly, and then I also trade currency pairs, which is the major currency pairs only. So, guys, let's go straight to the live chart. Oh, okay. Akinwale, you are highly welcome to my live session. I hope we meet again. Akinwale, I've been feeling your presence, and I believe that you'll be learning something from me. So, you're highly welcome. So, um, how is Ibadan? And join me, and I believe you'll learn something from me today. So, guys, let's continue. Akinwale, you're highly welcome once more. Share screen. Now, let's let's look at Euro USD together. Everybody knows that major currency pairs has been ranging for a very long time now, and that's why I've not been putting interest on it. This is our 4 hour time frame, and you can confirm with me that the market is not doing well. You can see it here. Look at it. It has been ranging. There's no verified direction. So entering a trade here, you should have the a good mind. So I'm not seeing anywhere the market is going. I'm not seeing where it will be ending. That's why I've been avoiding this particular asset for some time now when it comes to major currency pairs. You understand? So it doesn't fit my trading pattern. That's just it. So the next one is GBP USD. Next one is GBP USD. GBP USD has been selling massively, and we are hoping to catch a little retracement. But since last week that it was selling, the selling was just like it's ranging and selling down. There's no pattern like something like this. Look at something like this. Let me show you something that you should be avoiding whenever you're approaching the market. Look at this particular. Now take a look at this. This is when the market moved up to this particular level. You understand? Then it's actually a nice one. Once you see that, then you should be excited that something good is about to happen. Now look at it. It moved to this particular level. It's actually selling no. Then when the market it's actually selling, then after some time it starts going up, That means you should get ready to start selling, to join the trend. You understand? Now, why I was actually waiting for this market when it started moving down to this particular level, you understand? Then I wanted it to at least make some move up before I will start selling down to this particular demand zone. But something happened. You see this particular week that moved up this particular level. It was actually a news. Do you understand? It was a news that sparked this particular week, this particular candlestick to move to this particular level. So that was why I couldn't see any good entrance. I couldn't see any good, something good enough for me to enter. You know, so before I could know what is happening, the market had already moved up and then continue on the downtrend. So that was why I didn't enter this GPP USD trade until it went down to this particular level. So that's just it, guys. Sometimes you actually analyze your chart while you wait for it to complete a certain pattern. The market will just come out and do the way it likes and then moves out. So, guys, just anytime you're watching out a trend moving down like this, and you already know where it is heading to, just like this GBP I've been watching for a very long time now, and I've already knew that it's definitely gonna come down to this particular level when it was selling. Now, while it is selling, then you have to go to lower time frame, like 15 minutes time frame, and wait for it to actually come down to that particular zone. While it is coming, 15 minutes time frame, you'll be looking out for a retracement. You understand? That was what happened here. That when I saw it, I was excited, hoping that something good is about to happen, only for news to come and make everything so quick, and I couldn't enter this trade. So since then, I've been watching GBPUSD to make a reasonable amount of retracement, so we can actually wait for an entrance, but there's no way. So that's it for GBPUSD, guys. So for now, there's nothing to execute in GBPUSD. Next thing, let's go back to the next asset. If you have any question, then you can drop it in the comment section. Once I'm done with this live chat, I'm going to attend to all of them. So we are still hoping that GPUSD will come down to this particular demand zone from the higher time frame. So while we are waiting, in lower time frame, we'll be waiting for a good retracement. But for now, it's more of manipulation. It's more of manipulation. It's not going up, it's not going down, it's just going like this. So I advise you to avoid this kind of market. Then next one is USD card. USD card, you know how we do it, guys. First of all, we go back to the higher time frame. It's in 4 hour time frame. That's the daily time frame, and look at it, picture it from the above, and then know where it's actually heading to. USD card has been trending up. It's actually trending up. Very massive uptrend for a long time now. Look at it. You can see this is a very beautiful uptrending market. Now, the market has moved and then dropped on this first trend line. Now, we are waiting for it to come down to this particular zone again, the next the next zone. Now, while we are waiting for this particular market to come down to our trend line and then continue going up, then go over to our 4 hour time frame and then look at it closely. Do you understand? Then go over to lower time frame again and watch it closely. This is 30 minutes time frame. Now, we all know from the high time frame that we are expecting the market to come down to this particular place. So what we need to do now is just to see if we can catch any selling pressure or any selling entry before it gets down to that trend line. So look at what you do. Get your trend line and then draw it like this. Are with me, guys? So this is just it, guys. So I'm expecting the market to come down to this particular trend line. So while we are waiting for it to come down to this trend line, we'll be actually watching out for the market to at least make some retracement to this particular zone, and then we will enter. We will keep up with the selling pressure to down to this particular zone. As simple as that, guys. As simple as that. So the next asset, GBP GPUSD is actually buying. I think it has actually completed the buying force, which I told you guys last week. I didn't execute this trade because this last week I was actually busy with so many activities. So I wanted this is where we would have entered. By the way, let's just leave it. But the main thing is that sorry, USDJPY is in its uptrend, and then for now is actually in its uptrend. But before, like 2 months ago, it was actually ranging. Yes, it was actually ranging like this. This was how it was ranging before. Now, if you look at it closely, you see that it has actually broke out from this structure. This place that it was actually ranging, it has broken out from that particular place, and then the market pushed up and then retested. So I actually saw this coming. Then I on Monday, last week Monday, I told you guys to wait for retracement somewhere here. This is where the retracement actually happened. So we're actually waiting for that retracement last week, but I got occupied. I think this retracement happened somewhere in the night. Maybe I was actually sleeping then. That was the reason why I couldn't catch that particular retracement. So for now, USDJPY doesn't have anything for us, guys. So let's go over to gold. Let's go over to gold. For like 2 months now, gold has actually been surging high. It's actually been surging high, pushing all-time high. So I think we made profit from this particular surging, but now it is actually retracing. You understand? So I'm not just retracing. I'm not just retracing. There's actually some manipulation going on there. You can see this ranging market here. So entering gold now might not be that easy. You understand? So, but definitely we are still watching it. Maybe we can still catch another entry from gold again. But gold actually did well for the past 2 weeks, surging up higher. So the next one is volatility 10. We are to synthetic indices now, which is where we actually based on. Now, this is jump 10. Jump 10 actually, from the way I analyzed it last week, you know how we do it, guys. Through our trend line, wait for break of structure using the smart money concept. You understand? Wait for break of structure to occur. Now, this break of structure actually occurred here. We started waiting for retracement. Now, the retracement occurred too. Now, but there's something I want to tell you guys. Why this retracement occurred, you can notice that there is so much manipulation here. It's so dirty, it's not clean. I know that if you have been watching me closely in my community, you see that my chart, I just like my chart to be clean. I don't like dirty chart. So even when the retracement occurred, there is so much ranging in the market. So that was why actually, like, take a look at this. I wanted to enter this trade here. It has not gotten to the point where I want to enter it, by the way. So I wanted to enter it here and then exit here. My stop loss should be somewhere here. Let's say it's here. I think this trade should be up by 1 is to 3.6. But the reason why I'm not scared, do you understand? The reason why not that I'm scared, the reason why I'm not just impressed with the setup is because of this ranging here. You understand? Because of this ranging is not that clean for as a trend line trader. So if market is trending, it should be trending very, very well. So, but by the way, I still analyze my chart every morning. If I notice something good from it, I will definitely look for a good entry, and I will still share it with you guys. So volatility 10 because of the ranging. So it's a no. We are not going in. So the next asset is volatility 75. This is volatility 75. From the higher time frame, it's actually surging low. Do you understand? The downtrend is massive. Do you understand? It's massive. Now, if you go back to 4 hour time frame, you see how we do draw our trend line. Let's draw it like this. So this is what I would just want to tell you guys that if this market keeps selling, so if it comes up to this particular zone, this trend line, and then give a reversal pattern, you're going to execute. If you're my community, then I will definitely share the signal for free for everyone. As simple as that. So that just it for volatility 75. As simple as that. It can actually take days, definitely. It will take days for it to come here. But one thing is certain, it will still come there. Then once it gets there, if it obeys our rule of entry, then we execute. If it doesn't, then we leave it. As simple as that. Just use that mindset and approach the chart. The next thing is volatility 50. 50 is consolidating. You can see it by yourself. It's actually consolidating. Even when it actually broke out from this particular place, it's still consolidating. Look at it. This consolidation, guys. This is pure consolidation. So now there's a breakout here and there's a retest. Now, we in our lower time frame, we'll be looking forward for maybe a buying power. But before we see a buying power, it should be clean enough. This is actually somehow dirty. Based on how I execute trade, this doesn't look clean. You understand? It doesn't actually look neat for execution. So when I saw this particular entry, this retracement and retest, I wanted to enter this trade here, but the risk to reward, based on the place where I'm keeping my stop loss, the risk to reward wasn't good. It didn't give me up to 1:3, and that was why I did not execute it. And I don't like holding trade more than the demand zone. So I actually enter at the supply zone and hold it very well to the demand zone. So since it was not up to that particular level, although it was particular, it's actually since the risk to reward wasn't all that good enough, it's not up to 1:3. So I'm not going. That was why I didn't execute this particular trade. So I didn't share it with anybody. I didn't even execute it. So for now, it's actually ranging. This is not good for entry. So you have to be careful while approaching trade like that, guys. Now let's go back to the next asset, which is volatility 100. If you have any question, just drop in the comment section. I'll attend to all of them once I'm done with this. Volatility 100 is actually surging low. But for now, from the higher time frame, it have landed safely on the next demand zone. So what are we expecting at this particular place is pure normal ranging and manipulation. So look at this particular place. That's a place where this is a very important key level. So manipulation always tends to occur at this particular place. So if you're a smart money trader, entering trade at this particular level is not all that safe because this is a demand zone. You understand? It's actually landed safely. So at this particular level, something is ought to happen. It's either the market moves up or it goes down. So since we have not actually known the place is about to go, so you have to wait. You have to wait. You understand? Let's actually wait. So it actually, if it goes up, then we'll know the next thing to do. If it goes down, we definitely know the next thing to do. So for now, let's wait. We didn't participate in any of this sell because um, I don't just understand. I could have entered at this particular sell, but the day that this selling occurred, I think I was actually off chart within that week. So that was the reason. So volatility 100, we don't have our eyes on it. The next asset is volatility 15 1S. Volatility 15 1S, after ranging for some time, has proven to us that it's about to keep selling. So as simple as that, since it's a breakout from this particular structure now, it has broken out from this particular place. All we need to do now is just to get our trend line and draw it this way, draw it this way, guys. As simple as that. So we now wait for the market to come to us and then call us in, and then we execute. As simple as that. The next one is volatility 90 1S. Volatility 190 1S is in a very pure consolidation. This was the period of uptrend in volatility 90 1S. I just added it to my watch list of recent. So because I noticed that the market volatility 91S is actually a nice trending market. Like it's very clean to behold. But now let's say it's actually consolidating because of the you can see with your eyes that there's a consolidation going on here. So let's just keep watching it, guys. Let's keep watching it because before somewhere last week I drew this particular trend. Like I drew it like this, waiting patiently for it to come to this particular level. So that like, okay, if you look at this particular place now, the market got to this particular place and then moved up and then moved down and then keep going down. You understand? And it keeps going down. So that was why I just noticed the manipulation and then stopped watching it. So for now, we'll keep watching this particular asset to move up, and then like once it's done with the consolidation, then we'll start looking for entry on the particular asset. Now the next one is volatility 100 1S. This was this particular trade I dropped with the community. If you're with me, if you're in my community, you should be in this particular trade for now. And you can see it's actually an uptrend. And I cut it as simple as the same method, trend line. You understand? I just use my trend line to catch it. You understand? So that was it. So if you want to know, although for now is actually tracing, we don't know how the tracing will be if it will still come back to a break even because I hope everyone are broke even on this particular trade. But if you are still holding, I hope you have taken your partial profit. Although I've not told them to take their partial profit, but maybe after this live section, I'm just gonna tell them to take their partial profit. But I'm still holding at break even. So if the market hits our take profit, then we'll celebrate. But for those who normally take partial profit, I think this is the best time to take your partial profit. That's just it. So it's a very nice setup. You can see the pure reason why I entered. So maybe once this asset completes its movement, then on Friday I'll talk more on this particular asset, this volatility 100 1S. I'll talk more on it on Friday because it's already a running trade. So I will not dive deep into it. Next one is volatility 75 1S. 75 1S, all of us know that it has been in its downtrend, massive downtrend. But now there's a change in structure, and you can see that the market is actually surging up. Then I actually drew my trend line like this. This is how I do my trend line for volatility 75 1S. I waited for a break of structure and it occurred. You can see how it occurred here. This was the break of structure I was waiting for. Then I was waiting for another retesting, but the retesting didn't actually occur the way I wanted it. So for now, it's actually pushing up. Then I just felt like, should I, if I know I would have been looking for opportunity to buy, but I was just, for this particular asset, I was looking for opportunity to sell. But assuming I was looking for opportunity to buy, I would have entered this particular trade. But there's no problem. We are still watching it closely. Then there's something I want to tell you guys. When you are looking for a retesting, take a look at this. This thing is not a retest. This thing is not a retest. This thing, all this thing that happened here is not a retesting. The market is still trending though. If you go to lower time frame like 1 hour or 30 minutes, you might actually be looking at it as a retesting, but the truth is that it's not a retesting. If you're trading in 4 hour time frame, look out for your retesting in 4 hour time frame. If you're trading in 15 minutes time frame, look out for your retesting in 15 minutes time frame. So this for this particular asset, I'm actually trading it like I wanted to swing on it. So my retesting should be in 4 hour time frame. I don't know if you're getting me. So if I'm trading 15 minutes time frame, then break of structure should happen in that 15 minute time frame. And the retesting should also happen in that 15 minutes time frame. This is just small secret that I do drop. for those who are in my mentorship community, those who want to learn from me. These are just the small small things I used to draw for them. But I just said, let me just share it with you guys today, since I don't have much people here. So for this particular set, since I wanted to go for a sale, I'll still be looking for the sale. Do you understand? So I will just draw this trend line like this. I'll draw it like this and then wait for the market to break out from the trend line and then retest. Very, very important. In this particular time frame that I am in already. But the only thing that will make me to stop looking for a sell on this particular trade, this volatility 75 1s, is if it actually comes up to this particular level and then breaks out this particular structure. If it breaks out this structure, that means my my aim to catch a certain pressure or a certain trend is dead because the market is surging up. You understand? So I will just be watching it for it to get to that particular level, and then I'll leave it. Then I'll start looking for opportunities to keep buying. Maybe there's a change of structure. But if the market happens to break out this particular trend line and then I retest, I'm going to enter for a sell and I'm going to write it down to this particular place. Yes, because actually the trend for this particular set is downtrend. You understand? It's downtrend. So, but if it breaks out from this particular rectangular shape, then we can say yes that the market is in its uptrend. As simple as that. So this is for Volatility 75 1s. Now let's move on to the next one. I see I have three more assets, and then I'll attend to your questions, and then we'll end the live section. Next one is Jump 10. Jump 10 is in its uptrend. We didn't enter this particular asset because it keeps going up. Jump 10 is just going up. So if you didn't enter somewhere here or somewhere here, just avoid it. And based on the way I trade, I can't enter trade here. You understand? So Jump 10 has been surging up. It's not calling anybody in. I don't know. It might be calling people in, but it's not calling me in. So that's it for Jump 10, guys. So have a trading pattern, guys. It's very, very important. It helps you to maintain discipline and reduce excessive trading. That's just one thing I enjoy because of this trading strategy and trading pattern. Then the next one is Jump 75. In Jump 75, there's nothing. There's nothing. I'm not seeing anything here. I'm not just seeing anything here. It's just ranging. All these things that are happening here is not just good to behold. Although it's in its uptrend, but for some time now, every morning I do analyze my chart every morning. But for this particular Jump 75, I don't know. Since I've been watching it, I don't know. Then for Jump 10, it has been trending down, and I have planned to execute one particular. Okay, I think it's actually going well. Personally, I entered this particular trade on Jump 10. Let me show you guys. I just executed it this morning. It was this early morning trade. So wait, let me something like this. Okay, don't worry, you can't see it. My camera is blocked. But one thing I just want to tell you guys is that I'm actually selling Jump 10. Once I'm done with this live, I'll go and drop it in the community. I'm selling Jump 10 now, guys. You can actually join me if you want. So I'm just it's Jump 100. Jump 100 is what I'm selling. I'm selling Jump 100, not Jump 10. Jump 100. You can join me. Then, if you want to know the reason why I executed for the sale, let me tell you. Then, remember the minimum loss size in jump 100 is zero point 0.1. 0.1 is the minimum loss size. Then, wait a minute. So, the minimum loss size in jump 100 is zero point 0.1. I think that's what I'm seeing here. I don't know how it is on your own side. It's zero point 0.1. Then, if you are if you are if you are using zero point 0.1 with this 60 pips loss size, let me in 1 hour time frame with 60 pips loss, 60 pips stop loss. Remember the stop loss in synthetic indices is not the same thing with loss size in currency pairs. They are not they are to calculate them is not the same thing. And this is where you enter. This is where you keep your stop loss. This is where you keep your exit. I think. Let me just check where I kept mine. Mine is at 1283. 1283. 1286. This 1286. So they are almost the same thing. They're almost the same thing. Then my take profit is 1009. This one is 1001. So it's still the same thing. The risk to the reward is 4. The risk to the reward is up to 4. Okay, wait. Something like this. Then plus. Okay. It's 3.5, almost 4. So if you are using 0.1 as your loss size, you'll be risking $6. $6 is actually at risk if you're executing with that particular loss size. You'll be risking $6. So if you use zero point 0.2, you'll be risking 12. So check it very, very well. So now look at the reason why I'm executing this particular trade for a sell. First of all, the market is in its downtrend. You can confirm that with me using my indicator moving average. It's in a very strong downtrend. I seen it. Now, then getting your trend line and then drawing the trend line. Let's say this is my trend line, and then here I draw the trend line like this. Then I do the trend line like this to be at this particular level. Yeah. Now the markets actually broke out from the trend line, and then from the 1 hour time frame, it came down to this particular level. You can see it closely. Came down to this particular level and then moved up. Assuming it was able to, if the trend is still on, it should have moved up to break out this particular zone and then continue going up, but it was unable to break it out. And then instead, it keeps going down. So that was why I executed this particular trend. You understand? For a sell. And we are holding it. I just pray it to give us something good to to something good for this week, guys. Just something good for the week. So this is just it. This is just the reason why I entered this particular trade. I think that's just it, guys. So we are holding to see what will happen at the end. So join me. Let's do it together. Now, I think that's the end. That's the end, guys. So, but for now, Based on how we've analyzed this particular trade, just a quick recap on what we agreed on today for this today's trade. The first one is Euro USD. We analyzed it and we did not see anything to execute. We checked out GBP USD. We missed an entry somewhere here, but we are still looking at it to see if we can see anything. For now, there's nothing. Card, USD card is actually pushing up, and we've already drew our trend line. We are waiting for it to come and do small retesting, and then we'll definitely enter. So for those who didn't participate in the analysis, just come down and watch the live session. You'll get something from it. The next one is USD JPY. USD JPY actually completed a trend that we actually moved based on the break and the retest strategy. The next one is gold. We check that gold and see that gold has been surging for like 2 months now, even though for now it seems it's ranging and on a strong manipulation. Trend trend line trader like us cannot enter this particular trade. That's just it for now. Then the next one is volatility 10. Volatility 10. Volatility 10. I did this analysis for some days now, and it broke out from the structure. Then the retesting was not that good. It's the retesting is just ranging. So that is why I just left it. This is not good. It's not clean enough for us to enter. That's for volatility 10. For volatility 75, you can see it clearly that the market has been surging down. Like the downtrend is actually so massive. So we've already drew our trend line. I'm waiting for the market to come to trend line, and then we execute. The next one is volatility 50. There's nothing, there's nothing here. So it actually broke out from this structure, from this consolidating phase, but still went back to consolidation. So there's nothing in volatility 50. This one is volatility 100. 100 has actually landed peacefully on the next demand zone from the higher time frame. So we are not, it's not in our watch list for now. So we're watching it closely to see if it will come out from this ranging zone. And then we'll now look for opportunity to either be going for a buy or be going for a sell. Next one is volatility 15, 1S. Volatility 15, 1S, based on how we analyzed it, this has been a very resistant zone for volatility 15. Now it has broken out from this particular zone. Here is the resistance zone, both up and down. You understand? You can see it. So it has been resisting both in up and in down. So it's actually a clear consideration. I entered this particular trade here somewhere within last week. If you are with me, you know when I entered this particular trade, my community, to give us 1:3 at this particular level. And then the market actually moved down and then came back and hit our break even. This is what consolidation actually does. But as mean the market is actually trending very, very well. Hardly will it actually come down to that particular to our uh, break even. Hardly. But that's just it. Next one is 90. I just added 90 to my watch list of recent because I just noticed that 90 is a very clean asset, and if it's buying, it buys very clean, and if it's selling, it sells very clean. So but now it's consolidating and it's actually consolidating very clean, very neatly. So we are watching 90. We are watching 90. Although 90 broke out from this particular resistance zone, but it still went up. So we are still watching it. Next one is 100, 1S, which is the trade that we are in currently. And if you are still with me, you can take your partial now, or you can still hold at break even, just the way I'm doing. Now, the next one is 75, 1S. 75, 1S, we do our trend line, and then we give it some conditions that if it can break out from this our trend line and then retest, we are going to go in for a, a sell. But if it actually moved up and cross this particular resistance zone, this place is supposed to be a resistance zone. Then if we cross it and keep going, then we'll change our approaching pattern. That means we will be looking for opportunity to keep buying below the 75 points because the selling pressure is over. The selling momentum is over. The next one is jump 10. I told you guys that it's just going up. It doesn't want to call us in. Next one is jump 75. Jump 75 cannot be decoded. I don't know what it's doing for now. Then jump 100 is the one that I just currently entered now. And for now, what is it doing? Is he printing or is he still ranging? Okay, I think it's still ranging. It's tracing back from to our entry. So, but let's still hold. Let's still hold. With proper risk management, something will come out from it. Or even if anything didn't come out, but that's just trading. But let's hold. I know the reason why I entered that trade. So I think this trade will just be for those that join my live session. I'm not going to drop it in the community again. So I think I'm done with today's live session, and I appreciate all of you that joined me to analyze the chart. Now let's go over to our normal question and answers. So um okay, Chukwu Binna. Chukwu Binna that's watching us from Anambra, you are highly welcome. You are highly welcome, and I believe that you learned something from watching our live session today. And I think this will be the end of today's live session. We are going to meet again on Wednesday. Then by then, if you're watching me, please do us just one favor by liking this our live session and then subscribe to this particular channel. Then also join our Telegram community because at that place we drop free signal and our signal are always profitable. So if you know how to hold trade, you can hold your trade very well, then come and join us. If you want to learn how to swing trade, although we also do trading, but even in our day trading, we still hold it like 2 days or sometimes one full day. So if you want to enjoy our signal, then join our Telegram community. Is in the description of this particular video. And in our Telegram community, we trade daily synthetic indices and then currency pairs. Then if you don't have account with Deriv Broker, which is the broker that offers Deriv synthetic indices very swiftly, very tight spread and no hidden commission, then sign up with Daily Broker with the link in the description of this particular video, and then join us. Let's make this money together. Then the last but not the least, guys, in case if you want to learn how to approach the market, I want to receive my signal, everything will follow up once you join my Telegram community. So I will see you guys in my next live section, which will hold on Wednesday by 10 a.m. See you guys in my next live section, guys. Bye bye.